Perfect vision. I had an ocular stroke in my left eye approximately 4 years ago. I was, at that time, driving back and forth between my home in Stuart, Florida, and my daughter's home in Port St. Lucie. My daughter is a full-time attorney who had just given birth to her first child, and Grandma Miriam was the caretaker. We would meet at the courthouse at 8 in the morning. She would give me her baby, and I would care for him all day. It was an ongoing ritual, one that I treasured. However, the stress involved with driving on I-95 so often evidently took a toll on my left eye, which had previously been injured. The prior injury had occurred about 30 years ago, when I was teaching at a high school. I was crossing through the large gymnasium when a basketball hit me in the face. During this same time period, I was involved in a car accident, which also could have added trauma to this eye. I have had quite a bit of trouble driving on I-95, as the ocular stroke affected my vision so that I saw only large, wavy, gray, horizontal lines going across the left eye. I could not see out of it. When I asked the doctors about my vision, they said there was nothing that could be done. I attended your workshop at the Tampa Convention Center. You had us do an exercise that involved relaxing and getting rid of pain. I returned from Tampa to my home in Stuart that Sunday evening and discovered that I could see out of my left eye. I no longer have the wavy strokes. This eye certainly does not see as well as the right eye. However, driving home from Tampa was a breeze, and I wondered why. Now I know. Miriam, in my workshops, I repeatedly help people reach deep levels of peace and focused concentration. At these depths, fear and illnesses can be dissolved. Body and mind become incredibly relaxed. Healing through past life recall, or by enhanced perspective and understanding, or in other ways, frequently occurs. Sometimes the removal of symptoms is so subtle that the person is not aware until hours later. Miriam had suffered from a constant lack of vision in her left eye for several years until one afternoon at a workshop in Tampa, when she could see again. The eyes are said to be the windows of the soul. A person's eyes may be bursting with wonder and enthusiasm, looking upon each experience as an adventure, seeing everything afresh. This may be one of their first go-rounds here on the earth, and they delight in its spectacles. The eyes of an old soul have seen it all before, and they are vast libraries of time immemorial. You might look into the eyes of an infant, born mere minutes ago, to find that she is 1,000 years old. Their limitless warmth and wisdom belie her true age. And, with a sudden electric jolt, the eyes are often quick to inform us that that stranger is a soulmate, whereas the mind is slower to recognize this truth. Eye contact is actually soul contact. Imagine how much our eyes have seen throughout our incarnations, the horrors, the beauty, the bliss. They have watched as time is traveled, transmuted, transcended. They have surveyed the terrain of every country on every continent, of the slopes of the moon, of the face of God. They have glimpsed enlightenment and perhaps, with each successive lifetime, held its gaze longer and longer. For eternities, they have looked down at our bodies, first this one, now that one, and then another one entirely, knowing that this is not who we are. As we enter the hypnotic state during a regression, we close the eyes, and that is when we begin to see. With all that we have rested our eyes upon in our many returns to human life, it is no wonder that afflictions from a past life can manifest in them. Miriam's sight was restored after participating in an exercise at my workshop, as was my daughter Amy's, whose story concludes this chapter. Soulmate, this is a part of Zindagi Ki Roshni consultancy. It has been established for those who have lost someone and for those who are very sad in their life. About 100 PDF books and 20 short audio books of this topic will be sent to those who join it. This data will be sent to their email or WhatsApp. If you want to join this organization, then please send WhatsApp message to this number.